sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping, I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping. Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Mr. Flash, it only the one and only Sippin' with Sammie. Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sippin' with Sammie, you ain't sippin' right. Please get your fucking life together.
Yup! And we here, man. Shout out to everybody that tapped in. It's another Thursday. It's happy hour. We are already sipping. And today, Sippin' with Sam, I have Tata Sherise. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling good, Sammie. You wasn't lying about these drinks, and you got all my shit right. He's like, what you want?
I got the
Look, even
right.
he got the little lime, bitch. The little lime.
You know what I'm saying? You can tell a man cut it because it's thick.
Okay.
Sliced it thick.
Okay,
you know.
yeah, because I don't really do thin, as you can see.
Uh-oh. She's starting already. But how you feel today?
Man, I feel good. I can't lie. It's Wednesday feels like a Friday or Saturday to me in my life, personally. So, you know, I'm feeling good.
So this is your weekend. This
is my weekend right now. This is my little, I get to kind of just chill throughout the day a little bit, which I don't really chill. I end up running errands, but you know how it is.
But that's part of it too, because you can't relax when you got shit to do. So
nah.
That kind of helps you relieve the stress out of it.
Nope.
Yeah.
I look at relaxing as what requires me to do bare minimum thinking. It might still be a task I need to complete, but if it doesn't require a lot of thought or too much energy, but it's still on my to-do list, it's still relaxing time for me.
I bet you can shop on autopilot, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I can do a lot of things on autopilot.
Get to that in a minute. Now, you are by trade a professional comedian.
Yep. People say that. They be breaking it down like, I just say comedian.
I
you
mean,
know?
why?
But comedian.
Is it being humble?
Is what, for the ladies? Comedian spelled a different way?
I say comedian because Def Comedy Jam. Are you ready for the next comedian?
Oh, you just say, that's just your cadence. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it like feminine.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm a comedian.
The professional part you don't say.
Nah, I'm a professional.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, that's most of my income right now. Most of it. But I say right now, stand up is about 70% of my income.
That's beautiful.
Which is cool, you know.
That's beautiful.
Nice. I got my days. I got my struggling artist moments.
Yeah.
You know that come with it. You know, but the job is fun, so you be like, fuck it. You know, and I get a lot of free drinks.
Talk that shit.
You know, I'm like, fuck it. I drink at work.
You and me both. An ideal is only an idea anyway. You know what I mean? So you making traction. You seeing the progress. I'm hearing a lot about you. I'm seeing you on people's platforms. I'm seeing you on 4 flyers a week.
Damn, man.
It's average about 4 flyers a week, it seems like.
Yeah, I do about anywhere from like 3 to 4 shows a week. About 2 to 4 shows on the average.
This is not you just hopping on stage. This is people coming to see you though. Yeah,
I'm still trying to get more asses in seats. You know what I mean? Because that's what the game is about, as far as getting booked for even bigger things.
Right.
But these are promoters and bookers who believe in me. They like my work, or they heard about me, and they reach out to me to do their shit.
It's a beautiful thing. How long have you been doing this stand-up thing?
It'll be 7 years this October.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, 7 years, man.
7 years?
7 years. And you know what they say, you got to put in 10,000 hours or 10 years, those different, theologies that they come up with.
I believe in both of them.
Yeah.
I believe that there's exceptions, but there's always outliers. But I think that once you have that solid basis.
Yep. I'm putting in the work. I'm not trying to skip the grind, as they would say. Like, I know when I do finally blow up, somebody's going to say, damn, she came out of nowhere, not really knowing, like, nah, I'm in the trenches with it. Like, I'm talking about I'm doing shows in fucking basements of people's houses.
Right.
All the way to theaters. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't done a large stadium yet. I've done a small stadium, but yeah, like I'm all over. Like, if the money right, not just money too, if the money right or the opportunity is great, or it's a place that I've never been and want to build a fan base in that area, I'm there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sliding things when you're an entrepreneur and an entertainer. You have to cover all bases, but you can't. We don't have time to waste.
And I made a rule for myself when I first started. I said, if you can afford to get to the gig, don't turn it down. And that was the rule I made for myself. I didn't worry about how much they were paying me, especially my first and second year.
I think that, hold on.
My first and second year.
That is dope because getting out of bed is about how you think about it. Like, everything we do is about where we put it in our brain.
Right.
So to say if I could get there, I'm going in so many words. When you know that what you do is a hell of a hustle when you want a bottle. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You might work for drinks, you might get $50, whatever have you.
Yeah, that shit is real.
But to just say, like, if I can get there, I'm going, that cuts out a whole lot of bullshit and excuses.
Yep.
So I like that. But go ahead.
Yeah, if you can afford to go.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody on your team or somebody who believe in you, they want to drive you there if you're not mobile. Whatever, just get there.
Yeah, we got to utilize our resources too.
Absolutely.
But that's awesome. So I always think, because I've been told I'm funny.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's ever really probably told me to be a comedian. But once in a while, because I love comedy and I watch comedians all the time, between stand-ups, whatever they do, interviews, I'm constantly watching. I love the timing thing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The rhythm of it. And the callbacks are always exciting to me.
Oh, yeah, the callbacks are fun. When you find a good callback, woo, it can hit hard. Like, it's almost a guaranteed laugh. When it comes to stand-up comedy, I kind of look at it like sports.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if you ever in life hear me talking about someone's set or a comedian, or I'm talking about, you know, different comics that I appreciate or think that are funny, whatever like that, I look at it like sports. Because there's so many different parts to it. You got cadence, you know what I mean? You got cleverness, how clever a person is. You got crowd work. Some people are just brilliant at crowd work.
That's all DL used to do.
Yeah, some people shows be based off crowd work.
Yep.
You know, you got the ability to story tell, you know, and then you got timing. Who some people like timing is everything. So those people who master timing typically go really far in the comedy game. What else you got? You got stage presence.
Yep.
You know, you got stage presence and yep, you got people who like to just sit down on a stool. You know, some days I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm a stool bitch some days, but most days I'm using my stage space.
I like that. Timing, I think Teray when you think of timing.
Yeah, timing is at the top.
That's
stand
like,
up.
Whew, you know, but
that's everything.
Whenever I think about it, I always think of that episode of Fresh Prince. Remember when his homie was a comedian? What was it, Guy Torre or Joe Torre?
Yes.
And then he went on stage.
Yep.
He thought he could just do his stick, and it wasn't sticking. I always be like, yeah, I ain't gonna be that boy. I will introduce y'all all night, and I might do a call back off of one of y'all jokes before I introduce the next motherfucker.
Oh yeah, when you hosting? Oh yeah,
hosting is fun. I love hosting comedy.
You can always play off of what was said before you got back up there.
Absolutely.
And use that to maneuver. It's like one of the easiest ways of being a host. You know what I mean? Playing off what the last man said.
But I mean, do you host often?
I started hosting more last year. I started hosting more last year. I don't get booked that often for hosting
because they need you up there for that set.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a type of bitch that want to come in, do my time, and you know,
leave, and that's what I was about
not leave, but relax after that. Like I'm done. I can chill. I'll still stay in the atmosphere, but at least I know it's like I came, I did my job, and now I can kick my feet up a little bit.
Yeah, you still at work, but you ain't working.
Right now, hosting, you up there the whole time. I got a hosting gig coming up next month. There are some promoters who love my hosting style or just like the way I host, so they always book me to host. Right. But that's not majority of my gigs.
Right. I was just asking because I know there's pros and cons. Like I've heard comedians say both. They said that there was benefits to hosting sometimes, and that, you know what I mean. But
you get to work on shit.
If you like to get it over with, I understand that too, because there's anxiety, like any performance. Do you still get the butterflies?
Oh yeah, the butterflies never stop because one thing's for certain. When you get too comfortable, or I don't even like to say cocky, when you just overly confident right before you get up there and no butterflies at all, that's when you go up there and it don't really go your way.
I've heard that
multiple times. Because I had that, I'm about to kill this shit. Shit about to go boom up in this motherfucker. Like, I knew, and I got up there and the shit was mid. I was like, this was a okay set. You know?
A little humbling.
You know, bring you down a notch.
Thank y'all for paying attention.
Yeah.
I got a couple chuckles.
So them little jitters, they kind of, I don't know, it's a little adrenaline thing too.
I've also heard that it means you still care.
Yes, you still give a fuck.
Yeah, like there's a level. It's not to say that you don't care, but there's a level of giving a fuck.
I'm never going to be, I ain't going to hold you. I ain't never going to not have them little butterflies because there's somebody out there working right now. Doing it right now. Like, you're not going to be the first or the last. You're not the first. You're not going to be the last comic. It's gonna be somebody new. It's always somebody funnier. You just never know. Like, it's so many angles where you could take this particular career. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Speaking of angles, I see you on skits.
okay.
Are you in movies and stuff too?
Yes. I got a movie on TUBI, baby.
Hey now.
And I got one on Amazon. I think a movie on Amazon as well. So Amazon and TUBI right now.
You know the names?
Jenny the movie.
Mm-hmm.
It first started off on Amazon. It might still be on there, but it's also on TUBI
Right
now. Yeah, that's my actual like film that I'm in. The rest of my films are like YouTube and self-produced and self-filmed things that I did with my partner Driz. So
Shout out Driz.
yeah.
What would be ideal for you? Would you like a TV show? Would you like to be a comedic actress? Would you like
If I got
talk show? Like
Okay.
what's progression?
I know I'm gonna have my own lane and my own everybody's journey is different.
Absolutely. Your time is your
However,
time. What's for you, what's for you.
If I had to put out a name of someone whose career I see for myself,
Absolutely.
and like the way they did it and how they move and the opportunities they've had and the projects they've completed, it would be like Queen Latifah.
Oh, you picked the best one ever.
Yeah. So like it'll be like Queen Latifah.
You picked the GOAT.
Yeah,
She want to
Queen
be like
Latifah.
Kobe. It's all right.
Yeah,
I like
she was.
it.
I look at her like her rap days are like my stand-up comedy days.
Dope.
And then she went into Living Single. That's sitcom. I want a show like that. I want a sitcom. And obviously movies. One of my favorite movies, the type of roles I want. You've seen Bringing Down the House with her and Steve Martin.
Absolutely.
Like I want to do shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? And also Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart's another big name because I still want to do that stadium shit. I still want to tour as a comic.
Yeah, he set the bar somewhere different. International films, stadiums, tours for comedy. Like that's just different. It's different. And so yeah, please aspire to do
Yeah,
that.
I ain't gonna hold you. I know a lot of people be afraid to talk about their dreams and all
No,
that stuff.
I'm asking you for a purpose. I wanted to put it out there. Like we
Yeah.
need to get the
I mean, I
put
plan
it
on
in the
being a
atmosphere.
household name.
Yeah, and I think you
The
will.
whole shebang. You know what I mean? Boom, boom. You know what I mean?
Why not? Why not?
I'm only yelling like this because you was doing it first. I was like, oh, I figured this
You
is
can
safe.
blame me if you want.
This is a safe space.
I feel like it's called tequila, but we good. We good.
That too, honey. I had a shot before I got to this motherfucker. And you got the beer and
I
the shot.
appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta. You
You
know,
a real
I be having
OG.
a lot going on.
Damn.
You know, I
And
gotta
you got
set
the
my
glass.
space.
My grandpop had that glass. Yep.
This one, the Simple with
Yeah.
Sammie mugs. Get yours now.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, this is the first episode that we have the Sippin' with Sammie IPA. What you sipping IPA?
What? You got your own shit?
Yeah, man.
I know that's what I'm talking about. That's
So,
brand. Here, let me hold it. Let me.
Yeah, do that for me, please. Always nice to have a beautiful lady.
Go ahead,
hold it.
tuck your shit.
You know what I mean? What you sipping IPA when you want to sip with a beautiful lady like this? You need to sip something like this. You see what I'm saying? They know you got taste, flavor, all that coolness, and yeah, bottle tricks. I'm speechless, but I'm sure
I
my
know you gotta be careful with the sexual shit.
my bottle
I mean, you gave
appreciates
me
you.
tequila. This shit make my girly parts tingle.
So
I don't mean to be inappropriate. My bad.
I gave you what you asked for, and you ain't did nothing inappropriate yet. You are fine.
No.
You are fine.
Suck a dick on camera. It's like, nah. That's crazy. I better not ever get caught sucking dick. Yo, getting caught sucking dick, you can't live that shit down.
You don't think
Nobody forgets the bitch that got caught sucking dick in the hallway in high school.
Yeah, that's different. But
She
you
could
don't
be a
think somebody
full-blown pastor.
you don't think somebody already got footage of you sucking dick?
Nah, I got footage of me sucking a dick.
Nobody else.
Nobody else. I don't play that.
So your eyes is open at all times.
I mean, I never allowed a man to film me. I cut that real short.
I don't know, man. You look on
Even
it,
if you about to reach for that phone.
motherfuckers. You see some of these videos, these niggas be like,
Oh, I pay attention too much, and I'm also like most of the time when I am doing my thing, you know, it's in a space that's comfortable
you're
for
a
me.
controlled environment.
I control the actual environment. You know, I don't go to men's house too much. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah. That.
I know what's going on in here, and you ain't gonna move too much because you don't know what's going on in here.
Yeah, I mean, you somebody. You gotta act like it out here.
Yep.
I understand that. Where now you say queen as far as career trajectory. Any female comedians that you fucked with coming up that you really dug and different styles? Why?
Yeah, most definitely. I know I got a lot of males on my list, so I am glad that people are always asking me about comedians, and I always, jump out the, the Richard, with the males, the Richard Pryors, Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
like.
But it was a lot of dope females.
Yeah, but now, since you're specifically asking about women, I'll have to say, I ain't gonna hold you. Monique was very inspirational for obvious reasons. It was a big bitch on TV telling jokes. Like, I was like,
representation
it's
matters.
possible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a big girl on TV telling jokes, and she was killing it.
She had a TV show with
exactly.
everything.
She had a TV show. She did her thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't take nothing away from that woman, man. She's one of my idols.
I wouldn't try to.
Yeah. So I'll say Monique. I love Adele.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, Adele Givens. She was really amazing. She had great punchlines.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I like the way she was raunchy too. Like I know a lot of the women were raunchy back in the day, but who else do I love? Samore. I grew up watching her. I love
that's
how
my motherfucker.
Yeah, I liked how Samore was just carried herself on stage.
Mm-hmm.
I love how she always carried herself on stage. She always put herself together so nicely.
Mm-hmm.
And she just
Samore was always
made
fly.
being a bad bitch and a funny bitch cool. Like, you know what I mean? I think that's really cool,
I think she exuded a level of confidence that was fucking phenomenal.
Yep. I'm trying to think of some other women. It's another woman. She is from the West Coast. She recently was on the 30 years of Def Jam comedy. It's not coming to my name.
Melanie Camacho.
Yes, Melanie Camacho. Melanie Camacho back in the day, she was really, really dope. I enjoyed a lot of her sets.
Mm-hmm.
Melanie
used to be the only girl on a lot of shows. Yeah.
I like Ellen DeGeneres.
Mm-hmm.
I like her wittiness. I like the dry humor.
Yeah, she's so matter of fact with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So those were the ladies that I looked up to as I was coming up as a child and just a stand-up fan.
Mm-hmm.
There's women now that I'm a fan of, and we all like out here working now.
Right.
Like Paris Sachet, she's really, really, really amazing. There's so many dope ass girls out right now.
Well, shout out some people they might not have heard of. Let them get some love. Man.
Oh, okay. You know her, Chanel Renee here from Philly, so she's also a very funny lady.
Mm-hmm.
Paris, damn, it's my girl, man. It's my girl. It's another big titty girl. God damn it. Oh, we got Kelly Kells from Atlanta.
Okay.
She's really dope. Just Niche from Chicago. And I worked with all these women so far, which has been real good. Natasha Face from New Jersey.
I know
Natasha Face, very funny lady.
I met her on an Instagram live, and we've been following each other.
Yeah. She my old head. You know what I mean?
Funny.
She probably gonna talk shit if she hear me say that. Who else we got? Oh man. It's somebody that's gonna come to mind. This is my girl. And I can't forget her, but she'll come to mind later. He asking me important questions while the tequila flowing through my body.
I mean, I tried to get you early, so we from there on we could just go with it. But that's a good. You gave us quite a few names. You know what I mean?
Yep,
and it was on the spot. You didn't plan on talking about. Other
Courtney
people.
B. I love Courtney B.
Okay.
She currently works on Nick Cannon's New Daily Show.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, she's also on Wildin' Out.
Mm-hmm.
She did my birthday show. I booked her for my Girls Got Giggle show. Me and Driz. And Driz is one of my. She doesn't do stand up, but she's one of my. I talked to her on the daily, and she's just like funny.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at her as a comedian in my eyes, and she is a comedian, a different kind of comedian. She's not a stand-up comedian, but yeah, man, those my girls. There's a couple girls out here.
Is it a different kind of sisterhood going on?
Lotto from Houston. I met some dope ass bitches from across the country.
Dope.
These are from major cities.
Yeah.
They're top bitch.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God, Ashley Henderson from Minnesota. Phenomenal. That girl is crazy, man. She is so nice, man. She a little stud. And she fuck him up when she do her girly jokes, but she look like a boy. You know what I mean? She be fucking him up with that. She be fucking him up. I be like, oh yeah, you got them right there. Like, and everybody different.
Is it a different like sisterhood in comedy now? Because I see that there's all women shows every week.
Oh yeah. The girlies we come together.
Y'all telling jokes in underwear. Y'all doing all type of shit randomly throughout.
Laughing lingerie. It's all time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's starting to come to light that there are some funny women.
Absolutely.
I think some men are starting to be like, you know what? Some of these bitches, they aight. I think they starting to, get that, because you gotta think about it. Let's put our sex to the side. It's male, female, and all the other letters and shit. Put that to the side.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
What happens with the underdog?
Everybody like the underdog. You wind up cheering
Everybody
for
like the underdog. The underdog ends up getting what? Stronger, faster, better. It end up defeating or killing everybody else who was comfy at the top or comfy as the majority.
I think that's what's happening on the music scene in Philly. I
Yeah,
feel like for the
women been
last few
underdog in a
years,
lot of
I've been
these
seeing
things.
women go on these stages at these showcases and open mics and tear ass.
Tear ass down.
And
That's
I've been
what
seeing a
happened.
dude or two that might could fuck with Shorty. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been consistent, like, for a while. Like, and I've been telling the female artists because I always be wanting to big up what I see, regardless of, you know, like you said, gender. But I think part of with female comedy, with having so many, like, you just named 12 women
Yeah,
from
different cities.
all over the place that people that's watching this may not have ever heard of, but they ill and they're dope, right? Now we have more content. Now we don't just have Melanie Camacho set reduplicated,
Yeah.
or Monique for where she was at one point, where like we know a lot of her stick was being proud to be big at the expense of little bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's separated and divided. And there's a middle ground of that, which she lost weight. Now she's had to find it.
Yep.
But I think that the content is what makes the guys say, oh, well, I can do that. I don't just want to go to a women's show and just hear about little dicks all night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that becomes a lot. It's just like, all right.
I don't even have little dick jokes. I
had a joke in my head, but it's people watching.
You heard me say a little dick joke?
No.
Unless I'm roasting or something, I may say something like if I'm doing a roast. I
But
might
that's
say
low
something
hanging
about some
fruit
dick.
though. Because ever since
it's very
elementary
easy.
school, that's just the first thing a girl go to. She would never see you dick.
Yeah, and the same way when y'all say fat.
Well, we can see your size.
Yeah, I can see your dick. Or I can't
kinda-
see it. Rather lack thereof. It's like nah.
But
But nah, low hanging fruit. What you mean? Like so
like
you saying
sometimes, like even with like say for instance, freestyling, right?
that, okay.
They say you don't go with the first line you think of. You go with the second line because you got the first line.
Right.
When it's too easy, it's too easy. It's not going to hit as hard. You see what I'm saying? So if you know, I can just tell this motherfucker his dick little and I know you can shut him down. It's like, all right, but everybody's heard his dick little a million times. Why would I just jump straight to that?
See, to me, it's about the creativity
Of the dick joke.
Of the dick joke.
Okay.
It's about I mean, I think it's corny to just be like, oh, that's why you got a little dick.
Yes.
You know what I mean? As opposed to saying, look, man, you walk like you got a lot of space between your legs. You
Better.
know what I mean? That's
Better.
going to be a little
Better.
different.
Better.
Like, you
Better.
know what I mean?
Better.
You word it differently. Like, man, look, oh God, bow-legged, here he comes. Like, you know, like whatever you come up with different shit. You know what I mean? So that kind of, I guess, challenge people to be more creative.
Do you catch public transportation ever?
I have in my past.
Do
I drive now, but you know, I ain't no stranger to the bus.
Do you have
or
a
the
hard
train.
time just not cracking the fuck up the whole time? Because like I know everything is a scheme. Once you see it, like, oh, this is, oh my, like, do you have a hard time keeping a straight face on public transportation?
I'm a
You know what I'm talking about? Because you have wild thoughts, Rihanna.
yeah, no, man. Here's about me in public places. I'm a jolly lady.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I kind of walk with a bounce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm one of them pleasantly plump people. Like, you know what I mean? I be walking and just smiling and jolly. I've been like this my entire life. Like when I got a straight face and I'm relaxing my jaw, people ask me what's wrong. So when I'm out in public places, my energy and my face is very inviting. So the weirdest, craziest people like to talk to me. So the fucking content and the jokes create themselves. Like I don't even gotta say nothing. Like they just want to come up to me and talk to me, and that right there, I talk to a lot of strangers.
I do too, and I
be having
realize
full blown conversations.
the same thing I used to complain about when I was a kid is what benefits me now. I used to always say I could be on a bus full of everybody, it's jam packed, and this little old white lady will sit right next to me and start a conversation immediatally. I don't know if I'm a safe haven or if I feel the most comfortable or what, but it always happens. It happens on elevators, like all of that. But now I ate the 80 blind, like you can have these conversations because it's not uncomfortable to me to have them anymore.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? But have you ever been on your way somewhere and was like, I'm gonna do this set, I'm gonna hit them with this kind of crowd probably, and then something happened on the way, you was like, fuck that, we talk about this.
Oh, absolutely.
Can you
Whatever I
remember
just ran into,
Can you
gonna get
remember an
addressed when I
instance
get
when
to the
it
show.
happened? That was a goodie.
Oh, man, that was a goodie.
Something that was like 86, all that shit.
Because a lot of times it be some personal stuff I just went through. And when I get there, I vent before I get into the...
Get up there turning to Mary J?
Get into the show. Yeah, me and her had the same birthday. I'm very funny when I'm sad.
I'm good at
Huh?
my job, yo.
I'm even funnier when I'm sad. Like, you know.
Well, we like Mary.
January 11th was Mary J. Blige and myself birthday.
It's you and Mary J's birthday. I'm talking to you. Put yourself first for once.
Yeah.
Might be the first time anybody put you before Mary J. I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you gonna
Let's
do
drink
it?
to that.
I wanna celebrate with her, so I ain't gonna talk too much shit.
No, we ain't talking shit. We love her.
If you look at my life and see what I see.
That was your theme song?
La, 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 la. That was one of my shit. My mom used to be stressed out listening to that shit, and I didn't understand back then. But now, I'm
so
like,
your
wow,
mom was on the
Yeah.
See, my sister had a Sade phase.
I got that phase too. That's my shit too.
Sade phase is
I had a
scary.
real emotional mother.
That is scary. You don't want to meet no woman when she in a Sade phase.
Oh man. She play that Jezebel, man. Woo. Start crying out of nowhere. Jezebel. That shit is crazy. But
So-
Sade got some happy music too. It's sexy.
She does, but it's similar to the Mary shit. Chicago. Yep.
Yeah, she got that smooth
I know that
operator.
joint,
She said you a smooth operator.
Smooth.
Matter of fact, I don't even want a nigga or a man. I want a smooth operator.
Say that. You gotta change your bio.
You know what I mean? I want a smooth
You gotta put it in your bio.
operator.
I need a smooth operator.
When you smooth, you can get away with all types of shit.
Billy D. Williams ass motherfucker.
Yeah, smooth.
Big Daddy Kane ass nigga.
Nah. I don't know. He lost his money, right?
No, Kane ain't broke.
Kane ain't
Kane
lose his
still
money?
fly. You ain't see him on the verses and on the hip hop at 50 shit?
Oh, okay.
Oh, Kane still
shit,
fly.
Shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
Kane
there.
getting on stage and Louis shit that look like loungewear. and
Too
performing.
quit.
Too legit to quit. That's
Too
MC
legit to
Hammer.
quit. Oh fuck!
That's MC Hammer.
I'm thinking about the wrong motherfucking nigga. Yo,
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And
my bad, yo. This motherfucking tequila got me.
We-
Whoop-de-doo-doo.
we don't clown Hammer because he took all of Oakland with him, and that's how he went broke.
Oh, absolutely.
He
We're
had a
not
good
clowning.
heart.
We ain't clowning nobody.
Fresh Prince
nobody
almost
gets
did that
clowned.
shit. He took his whole graduating class to California. You don't even like half the people you graduate high school with. What the hell? You know, we gotta learn money, man. Money is,
Yes,
is a thing we
I
need
agree.
to learn to value.
Look, I'm trying to pull it together now, bitch. I'm drunk.
Your face match your shirt now, and your glasses,
Nice.
glowing.
People end up getting drunk on the show.
Yeah, but the funny thing is they usually don't acknowledge it. You usually could tell when it happens. Like if you watch it, you can be like, "Oh, they lit now."
When I say I do have an alter ego, her name is Il Nana.
Okay.
Il Nana is a little bit more loose with the lips than Tata. You know, Tata Sherise, she thinks a little bit before she says things, but she's still funny. Il Nana, she kind of just be like, "Blow, Tata, watch out now."
So how many more
It's
drinks?
the big one, and I'm not Bow Wow.
How many more drinks before we meet Nana?
She's just about there.
She creeping around the corner.
She's over there like this, like, ooh, somebody called me in the motherfucking building, like, you know what I mean?
Silly as hell. What was your
You had asked me a question earlier and I couldn't think of it. You
the
was telling
question
me,
I asked you
ever came to
earlier.
a show and talk about some shit that I seen.
Exactly. What was something that sticks out that was so funny that you was like, I got to tell you motherfuckers tonight that you can remember
Oh yeah, okay. I saw a couple arguing
on the way to a show?
on the way to a show. Yeah, I was at a gas station. I was at a gas. You know, I'm at the gas station, stopping to get gas, about to go to the show, and this couple was arguing.
They was in the car.
They was in the car.
They thought the car was soundproof.
Yeah, no. He got out the car and she locked him out of the car.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the bitch started doing donuts
Oh, she stunning on him.
around the station, and he was like
She
running.
just ain't want to leave him.
And he was running, trying to get those. That fucking plane, yo, open the fucking door. I swear to God, I'm about to pop your ass. When he said that, that's when I was about to.
Yeah.
Oh, I was like, oh, he said pop.
Bullet ain't got no
Pop
name.
goes the motherfucking weasel, nigga. I'm out of here. I don't play with these niggas with them guns, man.
Nah.
But yeah, I just thought it was a funny sight, you know. And then his pants was falling down. He was a little on the chunky side. And I know what it's like to run while big. You know what I mean? Like, especially while, like, I felt for him a little bit. You know, especially, you know, when you gotta run, like you're not choosing to do it.
Yeah,
you know,
was
you
just
have
chilling.
to do it. You was just chilling.
Yep.
You might have saw a dog. You might have, your bitch might be just hitting donuts in the parking lot. Anything's possible. And your big ass gotta run.
By the time you grown, you decide what's worth running for. You be like, if it ain't no bullets and no dogs, I'm not going nowhere.
And her little ass in the car laughing. So that was pretty funny. I remember talking about that one day after
Why
the
do
show.
you think she locked him out the car?
I don't know what the fuck was going on with them, but there was a car seat in the back. I was like, wow, they living on the wild side. It was empty, but I'm like, oh, these people have kids.
Yo, what if she had a phone out while she was doing donut
And you know,
stuff?
yo,
and
you
he'd
know
have
what?
been like on a little spinning camera, the 360 cam.
Yeah.
And she'd have just posted it.
I'm like, no, I thought I was in part of a skit. I was like, yo, is this a skit? I'm trying to like stay in my role and shit like that. I'm like, yo, just smile just in case it's a camera. You know what I mean?
Yo, you are
I'm just
crazy.
trying to stay up in my lane just in case they got me on the shot, you know? And I knew he was tired because that's when you stop and you go like, you do this lean back thing like this.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man, you playing too much. Like he hit one of those. I was like, oh yeah, big boy about to, as he said, pop her.
Leaving that alone. One thing I say is he's smart. The rest of you motherfuckers be out here like this.
Hopefully they
you
resolve
can't
that
breathe
issue.
like this. You gotta put your arms.
I thought you had to bend down and go on your knees.
No, that's just being lazy. You don't get any airflow through your body doing that. You literally should. The fastest way to get airflow, your lungs are when your hands are up. Everything's clear. This is all clear in your lungs.
Right.
So you learn something right there. But
I don't know why they was just like, yo, put your hands down, and everybody be telling me the wrong shit.
The wrong shit.
And I'm trying to change my life. I am. I mean, don't mind these drinks, right? Yo, want some real shit?
No, I wanted you to explain that.
I asked for club soda. Let the people know.
She asked for club soda.
Club soda, because you know what? I might listen. I can't go cold turkey on liquor.
And there was ice in there at one point.
Yep.
So there's water and club soda in there.
In line. Yeah,
and I didn't make her drink. I just cut the lime. By the way,
lime.
because you making it sound crazy now. Tangerine.
Now if I shit. Call me Tangy. Now if I
Tangelo.
if I drink now, I try to do it with the club soda shit or straight up on some ice. I'm on a little health mission. I'm a bad big bitch, but I just want to see what it'll look like if I. I want to see what it's gonna look like.
Why does every woman have a catch weight? You got one?
I want to see what it's gonna look like. I'm just curious.
Why does every woman have a catch weight?
A catch weight? What's that?
Like, I want to lose weight, but I only want to lose.
Oh yeah.
Like, is that based on like prior experience? Like, I think when I was 40 pounds lighter was the best I ever looked. Because, it was probably 20 years ago. It might not look the same. Like, I'm just wondering why we don't just go till we see where we could go.
Yeah. All that shit. But
I'm asking though.
No, women, we compare a lot of women look at other women's bodies and social media. I mean, the world today is kind of crazy.
But we know all women carry weight different.
Yeah, women carry weight differently.
Right.
Your genes matter. I'm never gonna be this tiny girl. I accept that about myself, and I actually like being me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I look in the mirror and I'm not like totally like, oh shit.
You don't come across as fake confident.
Oh yeah, nah. I really think I'm gorgeous. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
and you are.
Oh shit. Sorry about that.
And
but no, I feel like we all carry weight differently, so it's your mental is what matters. You got to go into it. One, doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. Anytime in my old weight loss journeys, I wasn't doing it for me, or I didn't have the right mindset and all that shit like that. And I've been hearing people say, throw away the scale, just work out. It's a lifestyle thing.
Mentalities, like, yeah. Because we're supposed to be worried about being healthier.
Yeah, so that's
because even a little motherfucker could just fall out tomorrow.
Right.
So we just saw Bronny's son have. I met
skinny people with diabetes, and I was like, oh shit, it can hit anybody.
I know a really, really tiny lady, and she's like, everybody always just assumes that I'm fine because I'm small. She's like, I have to stay in shape. I have to work at making sure that I'm okay. Mm-hmm. I don't have any, I don't have certain advantages. I don't have certain holdbacks, but I don't have as many advantages as you think I do just because I'm smaller. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I understood that because it's like, we all age. Yep. We sitting here sipping now.
Honestly, that's my concern now too. Because when I always been chunky, mm-hmm. but I want to go to my level 1 chunk. I feel like I'm at level 3 chunky for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want to go back to level 1, which to me was like a cool, you know what I mean, little 215, 220, which is still probably big to a lot of people, but for me, that was like, okay, level 1. I feel like I'm on level 3. So to me, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, it's you against you.
Absolutely.
I'm comparing me to me. And I be thinking like, yo, back in the day, I thought I was big as hell. Like, I'd do anything to go back to that college weight where I thought I was fat. That early 20s weight where I thought I was big. Like, you know what I mean?
When all them old men was like, that's a lot of women. I love that.
But I've never walked with my head down. I've never... My mom... My mom was like heavy on the confidence thing with me when I was a kid.
Is your mom heavy?
No, my mom's small. She realized her kid was fat. So she was like, oh shit. God damn. Like, my mom was small. Her weight fluctuates. One day she was like, I mean, now my mom's a drug addict, so she a crackhead now, so she's small. But like, when I was coming up,
God bless her.
That's a whole different story. I got jokes about that too, but when she was raising me the first 11 years of my life, which are very crucial years to a kid. She was brutally honest. I remember her weight just fluctuated. Sometimes she looked thick, sometimes she looked skinny, like, but she was never like obese. My mom was never really obese. She probably had like one obese moment, and then she was the type to work out and that shit just dropped. But yeah, she noticed I was chunky. So she was like, and my sister was skinny coming up, and it was only us two.
And y'all comparing.
Yeah, so she was like, you know, she used to say, you know how much fat people clothes cost? Like, my first bully was my mom. That's why I can take on the world. You know, she bullied me, and at the same time, she made me, like, have confidence. Like, she used to make me stare in the mirror and point out my features and different beautiful things about myself before I left the house.
As she should. That's dope. It was a positive affirmation.
But when she was mad at me, I was a little fat ass.
You got hell, right?
I was a little fat ass when she was mad. Come here, your little fat ass. I be like, bitch, you just told me to love myself. Now I'm a little fat ass. And I ain't give a fuck. I still was sneaking the cookies and shit when she went to bed. Fuck that bitch. Trying to hide them Oreos. Yes. Fuck out of here.
Something I've heard from comedians is that in order to connect with an audience, you kind of have to be self-deprecating.
Oh yeah, I do that shit all the time.
They say like one of the first things you have to do is shoot yourself.
Yeah, get it out the way.
That's the thing?
Yeah.
Like, so like when you figured out a new play, you know I got to tie in the shot at myself too. Is it always, you don't always make it about your size, do you?
Nah, not my whole set. I just got a couple jokes.
Not your set. I mean the self-deprecating part of your set. The part where you try to bring yourself to the level.
When I try to get them comfy with me. I think one of the yeah, I do. I mean, I dress my size. Mainly the size of my breasts.
Because you know they can't miss them.
Yeah, like I get the
like
elephant
I walked
out
on the comedy stage with these. Y'all see them.
Yeah, I want to just get it out the way because I don't want them focused on my weight or the titties the entire 20 minutes that I'm up there. So like, usually within the first 5 minutes, I get them out of there, talk about them real quick, be funny about it. And then from there, I'm going into all the other topics and other jokes.
And everybody loves a titty joke more than a little dick joke.
Yeah, men love titty jokes.
Love a titty.
Women love titty jokes. Like
absolutely.
Yeah, like
shit. Women love titties.
Women do love titties. Titties is coming
real.
back.
Half of your compliments or your breasts is from women. Probably most of them, because most men can't even say nothing no more without sounding weird.
I don't know. I don't like making men feel that way because I like a man to tell me I look good. So I don't want to make a man feel weird about telling me I'm beautiful. Or that
I appreciate that.
Or that they like my breasts.
I appreciate
like, just don't be weird about it. Don't overly. If I had them bad boys, I swear to God, I'll fucking milk them.
Oh no,
like, don't be. You know what I mean?
I got one homie that popped into mind that is a homie.
Yeah, don't be doing.
Don't
all
be that
shit.
And I think he's grown out of it. But I remember a time where it used to be like, nigga, act like you've been there before. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit, even if you ain't. Just pretend.
I don't mind a little bit of staring. I don't mind that. I didn't go to the store and buy these. They are large breasts.
All right.
Even when I'm covering up.
So
it's like
the news is going crazy because the girl threw the bra at Drake. Drake said find the girl. They found the girl. Playboy reached out to the girl. Offered the girl a job. Right? Her breast size was a 36G.
Yeah.
You want to reveal yours?
Yep.
Go ahead.
I am a 40F.
told you an F existed. I had a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, but F translates to H too. Like some of my bras are H's.
Wow. I don't.
Yeah, it depends on where I go and where I shop at. I do some online stuff.
Do Victoria's Secret be lying to these bitches?
Before. Huh?
Do Victoria's Secret be lying?
Do they be lying?
I heard that they sizes is all the way off. I heard Victoria's Secret sizes is Victoria's Secret sizes.
Shit, I ain't been at Victoria's Secret since I was a
Yeah,
child.
you wouldn't even know. Shit. I apologize.
I ain't been there since I was
no disrespect.
Shit,
Fredericks.
since I was a toddler. That was the last time I could fit a Victoria's Secret bra.
You was in elementary school, go to Fredericks or Hollywood?
Last time I could fit a Victoria's Secret bra in elementary school.
Now, I went to elementary and middle school where there was one girl.
Middle school, my bad, y'all. Middle school, Victoria was out. The secret was out.
That was in my grade that had.
Yeah, don't wear secrets.
She had the huge, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially for our eyes at that time. She was gigantic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hygiene could have been a little better. But she was walking around with them things. You know what I'm saying?
She had large
you
breasts.
could tell that she was a little self-conscious about that.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
I had those moments too. I'm not the smelly ones because we ain't played
no,
in my household.
No, Mom Deuce won't let you slip on the hygiene.
She said you got extra parts. Stay in there a little
Your
bit
big
longer.
ass in there.
Yep, that was her. Oh, yo, that's what she used to say.
I'm so bad. I'm right.
Get your big ass in the shit. You watch, get back in there. You be like, you like 7, like back in there.
No, you know how when you were a kid,
I was self-conscious about that. I never wanted to stink.
we was boys.
She said, "You gonna be big, you can't be sloppy." That was her rule.
But it was like, yeah, that was the thing. That's the thing in the black community.
You gonna be
you can
big,
be big, you don't be sloppy.
You ain't gonna be sloppy. You hear
But
me?
I remember, like, I had a homie that was bigger, and you know how sometimes when you a kid, there's a joke that every time it's said, it's still funny, like it never gets old because you a kid. And I used to feel bad for him because he could be kicking somebody's ass with the roasting, just going in, and all they had to say is, "Don't you know when you fat you stink?" And everybody will fall out. And I used to be like, that's crazy, because he wasn't one of them.
That's
like he was well kept, boy. Like, but it's like it's a thing. Like, damn. But how old were you?
You can't be funky at all, even when you small. But it just hit a little harder when you big.
Cause it's like it's expected.
Hey, you fat and funky.
It's like the same reason.
Left?
It's the same reason black people take so much. It's the same reason broke black people take so much pride in their sneakers and their shoes. People expect you not to have, so you gotta always present as a millionaire. Can walk around in filthy white Nikes every day and nobody is worried about it. But we have to you know what I mean, do what perception is. Mm-hmm. And it becomes ingrained in us. It's like, you know, what they said about the chains and all of that. It's like, well, we had them at one time. We was the king of all the jewelry. Mm-hmm. And then we became the bottom of the barrel, and now it means something to be able to feel like something, even though it might not mean something to the higher ups, the people that make the decisions and make the moves and have official paper. You know what I mean? That really make money in their sleep.
Right.
They wouldn't dare do that, but they don't get what we get from it anyway, so we can't fault ourselves. We have to monitor, balance out what we do.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
agree. I don't got no rebuttal.
No, not at all. Mm-hmm. That was for the people. I know you know that already.
Hell yeah. I ain't got no butt.
It be feeling like we just talking to each other, but they watching us. They watching us.
I don't have no rebuttal, y'all.
We are being judged. We are being judged. Now,
somebody said something mean to me on the internet today. I had my first like massive internet attack last year. Like the end of the year.
You said? Did you do something?
What did I do?
You ain't
they was
about
asking me.
Nah,
I ain't fuck with the Jews. I ain't say shit about the Jews, nigga.
All right. We just gonna smile.
Mazel tov.
That part.
Nah, but it was some real shit. It was in correlation to dick sizes. I was on another podcast, and he asked me. He said, "What's your preference in dicks or whatever like that?" It was some type of question, and I was like, "Well, there's a variation."
Do
of
I
dicks.
know this podcast?
Love and then what?
I've been on it 3 times.
Yeah, I was like, "Oh, there's a variation." You know what I mean? You got boyfriend dick, you got hubby dick. And he had me break down the inches. That's all, you know. I broke down the inches. I was like, well, you know, anywhere from like, I'll say like 5 to 7, 5 to 8 is like boyfriend dick. 9 and above is like, you know, once in a while. And he was like, what about under 5? I was like, oh, so that's like I pay for pussy. And then like, yo, they tried to rip me for shreds, yo. He released that clip. They was like, "You fat whore." Somebody was like, "Shut it, Tubbs."
But you
like,
know,
it was multiple men, and I was just like, they were saying it was so many men attacking me.
You about to take this pod somewhere it's never went before.
Yo, it was so many men attacking me.
All right, I'm a black man.
I ain't gonna hold you. It was nice knowing who all has a little dick.
Right, but I've always
they just revealing themselves.
I've always been pretty confident in my situation, but I know that, and I also know that we're in the highest percentile or a higher percentile, right?
Yeah.
Cool, but I didn't know, and it pains me to say this out of my mouth. The extent of what a micro penis is.
That's a real thing, man.
Like some motherfuckers really have to walk around in this world knowing that they whip out game is on 0. Like you can't impress nothing with that.
If I was a man, that would fuck me up. I ain't gonna hold you.
No, this is a rough life.
Nah.
So imagine
That's
seeing.
That's part of the reason I don't do
imagine seeing
jokes,
you.
For real.
Imagine seeing you and be like, "Oh, I like her," and then you hit her with the, "Yeah, 5 and under is pay for it," and he like, "Well, shit, 5 was my best day."
You fat whore. That shit was crazy, yo. I was just like a swarm of little dicks, like ding, 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 ding. I was like, wait, little dicks, wait. I'm sorry.
Now, I'm not gonna let you do what women do. There might have been a couple Cape Crusaders out there. There might have been a couple people out there that was situated that might have been riding for their people. Perhaps, or they just don't want you to shut down everybody. It might.
I think I saw like 2 comments and somebody was like, "Yeah, I got 9 inches and I wouldn't touch her." I'm like, and I went to his page and I was just like,
me neither, nigga.
Right? And I'm like, I wouldn't touch you either, Yeah, that was my first internet.
So
attack.
how long did that last?
It was about a good.
Because he gets
2
some
days.
views. I went viral on that podcast before.
Yeah,
I went viral twice on that podcast.
His fans or whoever the fuck they are.
No, they ride.
They
I went viral twice, and I think I'm in the middle of it again now.
Oh really? You said some
I'm
shit?
on a recent episode.
They don't play over there.
I don't check TikTok, but if I go over there and I go to it, I'll let you know.
Yo, it was a man on there.
We get a couple million on my joint.
It was a man on there talking about his life difficulties of having a dick that's too big. He isn't from Russia. He kept calling it a cook. Like
like instead of a cock.
Yeah. He's like, you don't know the struggles of having a large cook. You just don't know. You go to take a piss and your dick just hits the toilet seat. It's just brutal. No one wants to fuck you when you have a large cook.
Hold on, though.
He was talking about the struggles of having a big dick.
No, there's a thing. Like like you whip out some shit. I'm trying not to whatever. You whip out some shit, motherfuckers. Where you putting that at? What you about to do with that? Mm-hmm. And I've seen porn.
I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all dicks are under a lot of scrutiny.
Like if it go past the 7-8 point and they don't plan on keeping you, they don't want you to set them back. Mm-hmm. Like that shit different. So like there are struggles now. I don't know about the toilet thing. It's borderline. Sometimes you have problems. Sometimes you don't. Maybe he's rushing and he's running. You said when you go down and
take a shit, your dick get in the way.
Once in a while, I do. Wow.
So you niggas be shitting on their dick?
No, you gotta control your situation. Sometimes you gotta grab it, bunch it up, hold that. It's all about positioning. It's all about position. I mean, you learn how to do that shit in middle school when you gotta go to the blackboard with a chubby on. You learn how to position. You get shifty. Yeah. And I went to private school. I had on dress legs. Wow. Yeah, you gotta be creative.
I try not to shame people too much. I mean, I got my white jokes, but white people take all my jokes really well.
White people love white jokes.
White people love that shit.
Are you crazy? Now, okay, this is something that I've noticed because
and I be checking like, y'all cool with this shit. I ask my white friends all that.
Because hold on,
oh my god, no, it's totally funny.
Real quick, because this is funny to me. I've seen black comedians that I've seen on black stages do white stages. Have you ever? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do mainstream and urban.
White people laugh on timing. They laugh when the punchline is supposed to be there. If you say 4 lines, they're laughing at the end of the
shit like science.
Like it only had to be funny. If it lands when they think it's going to land, they laugh. Am I tripping? They don't laugh at the in between jokes. They let you talk.
I love it, but every now and then I gotta go back to the hood for strength training. The hood will keep you sharp, man. Them urban
You might
rooms,
get a hot wing thrown at your ass.
them urban wing rooms keep you a little sharper. You thought you was funny. You've been playing the mainstream rooms
I've been to a
for
few
so
shows.
long. You get to an urban room, they don't care about joke setup all the way and timing and the punchlines all the way. They want to make sure you are funny from the time you open your fucking mouth. You gotta grab them in the first
And it has to
first
be
minute.
It has to be they kind of funny too. They don't want to grow with you. They don't want to see
Yeah.
where you going. They waiting for they shit.
And what I learned with urban rooms is initially, the first thing you do is just grab their attention. So even if you do something gimmicky, or something music related, or something bizarre, whatever, you're grabbing their attention immediately, and then from there, then you can go into your jokes and some crowd work.
But a lot of our rooms aren't, and that's crazy. I had a whole nother point before, but you're doing good. A lot of our rooms aren't built for comedy. A lot of the times, the people that's promoting comedy shows are converting situations to fit a comedy show, but it's not an environment that is conducive to comedy necessarily, right? So you have to sometimes.
Ice, brother.
Yes, hopefully we got some.
If not, don't worry about it. I
I'll
ain't no
check.
bougie bitch.
But you have to. I'm gonna say this real quick. You have to sometimes take the attention away from the Sixers game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Or the waitresses and the bartenders is talking too fucking loud.
Yeah.
Like you have to deal with that. So you have to kind of shock them as soon as you get up there in our
You
environment.
gotta grab them as soon as you get up there. I've done some attentive urban rooms.
Uh-huh.
Not many, but I've done them where they are there to listen to the joke or whatever, but they don't find mediocre things funny.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just making you work a little bit. But I to me, that's just like strength training. That's strength training right there. All those different rooms, and somebody who only does urban, their ass got to go into mainstream and experience that if they want to.
I always look at it because I used to consider myself an athlete. Like,
You consider yourself what?
I used to consider myself an athlete.
Oh, okay.
So I played basketball, and it would be like, there was always this thing where like everybody nice at day park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you playing against the motherfuckers you play against all the time, of course you nice at home. What you do when we go on the road?
Mm-hmm.
How many people dominate here, but when we take them on the road and we in the middle of somebody else's projects, they don't want the ball? You see what I'm saying? It's like strength training. Like you literally have to be prepared for those environments, and that prepares you for the lights.
Yep.
That's how you get comfortable in the light.
Yeah.
You agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I
think you
agree.
need to experience all rooms. I've been in hole in the walls,
Mm-hmm.
to really luxurious country clubs. Like I've done some city country clubs, like those country clubs in the middle of like major cities where
Right.
you like, I can't believe this is here.
Yeah, like this
You
is
know,
in the middle.
like,
All it is
It's
just space.
This beautiful
Mm-hmm.
thing for the wealthy people.
Right.
This beautiful space for the wealthy people.
And nobody knows it's here.
Yeah, nobody knows it's there. It's on a random block. I've been to those. I've been to speakeasies, strip clubs. I do comedy everywhere. I've done comedy everywhere. Because you got to make sure you can make people laugh everywhere, if that's one of your goals.
Favorite night on stage and why?
My favorite night on stage. Damn. I got a few.
I mean, you can give me more than one thing.
My favorite night on stage. Damn. I got some knockout shit. I'll have to say when my partner Driz and I, my business partner Driz and I did Girls Got Giggles, which is our brand. Girls Got Giggles. We do skits, movies. We produce comedy shows.
Right.
And highlight, and we do themed comedy shows. Like we had Girls Got Giggles present Sausage Fest. We had an all male lineup, like stuff like that.
Right.
But our very, very first one was really phenomenal, and Michael Blackson came and did a
Dope.
set.
Dope.
He came to the show. And
Shout out to Mike, man.
Yeah, shout out to Michael Blackson for pulling up to that show. And
He didn't have to.
Nope, he did not.
Right.
And and then to have him walk in to a packed house. He's like, whose shit is this?
Talk
like,
heavy.
You know?
Talk heavy. Talk that. I'm sitting here hitting her like she a nigga.
You know what
Talk
I mean?
that shit.
Whose shit is this? I was me and my friend. We like, this our shit. Hey.
Talk
you
that
know?
shit.
And he wanted some time, so he got some time.
He only wanted time because he felt the room.
He felt the energy that,
Right.
and I'm glad that we was able to do that, make him feel comfortable enough to want to give them.
I've been at shows
some time.
twitching like, oh, they giving it up tonight. I wish I had a couple minutes up there.
That was definitely one of my favorite moments. I got a few standing ovations I got in my career so far.
Awesome.
I say one was special because it was some family in the audience too
Dope,
that
dope.
has never seen me perform, which is always.
I'm about to
You know?
say that's a wobbler. Do we do the full set?
I know.
Do we do the full set?
When my family in the audience, I switch things around a little bit. But when I get to a certain level, nah, fuck all that. But they ain't gonna give a fuck because they gonna see that money.
I heard that.
They gonna be like, nah, let her go ahead. What you was sucking a dick and did what?
Yeah, girl. Shit bought me a Benz.
Sorry, no, I'm talking shit. But yeah, my family was there. That was a very special moment. I won a contest and won money. That was a great moment on stage. I had quite a few times where I was like, wow, this was it. I'll have to say earlier this year, one of my favorite sets was January 31st at Helium. That's on YouTube, actually, for Helium Comedy Studios. I have on an orange hoodie.
Was
So,
that the
check that out.
Was that the anniversary?
10 minutes.
What was the purpose of that show?
It was a Helium Comedy Studio showcase, and it was an all-female lineup that day.
Okay, so that's not the one I'm thinking of. Okay,
Nope.
all right.
It was a 4 p.m. show, so I didn't expect anybody to be there. So I showed up kind of dressed down, thinking like, ain't nobody gonna be
the
here.
orange
It's
hoodie.
4 p.m. It's all women. I got there, and that shit was packed. I said, whoa, and they had all the cameras set up. I said, oh, this some real shit. Mind you, I'm like, if you go watch it, I'm like dressed down. So, yeah, I filmed that, and I love the quality of it. I got to see myself on a high quality level as far as my shit being filmed. So, and that's when I introduced a very hit non-sexual joke, because I've been working on my non-sexual jokes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had people comment on my explicit comedy. Even though I'm clever with the sex jokes, some people feel like you can't always cross that over into television.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, to be honest, a lot of the successful comics that I look up to, who indeed are successful, they were raunchy. Like how raunchy I am, that's how raunchy. I grew up off of raunchy comedy.
But
I watched Howard Stern as a kid. I was sneaking on watching, like, you know, like
I watched Howard Stern too. But does like
fucking Chelsea Handler, like, you know, like I was watching some shit growing up. Like, oh wow.
We have to base things on what's being picked up and what's going to be successful, but we have to find balance too, right? Mm-hmm. So like, it's still you find you in the thing. You know what I mean?
Well,
you
one of my
find
main
your place
reasons
in the mix.
One of my main reasons is I'm not, you know, catering to what people's opinions. However, I always welcome constructive criticism.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the challenge as well. So the more non-sexual jokes I come up with, and if they're smashing, I like you to suck my dick after that. You know what I mean? Like, damn, nah, she real funny. Like,
Yo,
my carjacking
funny.
joke, mwah,
Word.
right now. Like, my
Word.
carjacking joke is a closer and it's a killer.
10 for 10.
Yeah.
Now,
That has nothing to do with sex.
how do you feel about your crowd work?
Crowd work, I have my days. I'm mainly good at it, but I have my days
This is a
where I
two-part
don't feel like
question.
doing that shit.
And you don't have someone that records your sets?
Not every single show. I've been trying to get better at that because I notice people posting crowd work clips.
I've heard, well, see, I think that's based on levels, but I've heard somebody say, ask the event if you can get some of their footage or your footage that they get ahead of time if possible. If not, designate somebody with a phone. But a lot of the traction that I'm seeing comedians get online when they tried to compete with the internet comedians was based on having clips of crowd work and just extreme punchlines. Things that fit the formats that they put them on, that have literally made Andrew Schultz somebody that sits next to Charlemagne, and have made, you know what I mean, certain comedians that we wouldn't have known on such a scale because they had a niche group that cared about them. They do that one Jewish joke, since we smiled about the Jewish shit earlier, but you know what I mean, and it gets that traction. So I just, just strategically find a way if you can to get those clips for yourself.
Yeah,
because
that's the goal right now.
You are definitely doing this right now. But
I fuck with the crowd a lot.
You can skip one of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's time, man.
Do that make sense to you though? Am I?
No, man.
Because I'm an outsider.
You preaching to the choir right now.
I'm an outsider, so you know what I know.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I know exactly what you mean.
Because I don't want to sound like I know.
No, that is the goal right now, to be more consistent with my filming and my clips. Even if I don't have, I have 2 phones, a business phone and a regular phone, but my highest model phone is the 11, and they got that new shit out, so I'm due for an upgrade, and I'm like, shit, fuck it, somebody's not there, I can give me a nice tripod and film my own shit and just keep posting the clips, because I got the guys who can do the videos with the pop-ups and the words. I got somebody on deck who edits that shit for me,
exactly,
if I don't have time to do it myself. So yeah, it's definitely,
that's the next phase.
Yeah,
that's part of the next phase,
because not every single show is filmed, but some are more being filmed, but you gotta go through the whole process of getting it. And then, you know, you send your email, you reach out, they take long, they do on their time. So, yeah.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's a lot.
But then at the same time, what happens is once you start
necessary.
Once you start the momentum, the ones that you're waiting on, you get them when you get them, and you put them out when you get them.
Yeah.
They're not time sensitive.
That's why having my own shit set up is priority for me right now. So it's nice that you mentioned that. Yeah, you know. No,
like I said, I like talking to comedians because I love comedy. Like, I really dig into this shit, and I really I can see a lot of similarities between comedy and music, comedy and sports. Like, it's just a lot of parallels that just make sense to me.
Yep.
And then I try to find out what the difference is, and the difference is how you promote the shit. You see what I'm saying?
And the difference of what, who's blowing up and who's not. Or what you see as successful?
Balance of what you give your audience that is conducive to your brand.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? You can show your audience that you always working, but if you always the one taking pictures of yourself, then you don't only want to give a fuck.
Right.
And if other people are taking pictures of you and you're only posting the ones you're taking of yourself, then you care too much. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same thing, like most comedian flyers, until recently, the comedians was on there making the craziest faces they ever made in their life. Right? Yeah. Because the funny is first. It's not about looking perfect. It's about knowing I'm funny. I have personality. I'm silly. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
But we can't get all of that by a trumped up caption on the same pictures we see every day.
Right.
And this isn't personal to you. This is just how people have watered down self-promo. You see what I'm saying? Like, we got too comfortable with the cameras in your hand, but at the same time, sometimes you just hand it to somebody. Sometimes you can just hand it to somebody.
I always been pretty good with my flyers and my promotion.
No, you do good with that stuff. I see that.
Yeah, that's it'll be nice when I, finally have a team handling all of that. But shout out to LV, my manager, who keeps the ship rolling as far as my schedule. So yeah, man, you gotta take pride in that shit. You gotta take pride in your photos. You gotta take pride in how you're presenting to the people. I have a time where I drop shit. I don't like to post only flyers because I want my page full of flyers. So I want some content mixed in. If I have a video that went viral, I post a flyer shortly after that. Still on my page because the people on there like, what else she got?
Exactly.
And
that's smart.
I'll probably have maybe 3 viral videos a year.
Dope.
Right?
That's dope.
However, I'll have that momentum and make that viral video, and then I'll be like,
But see,
I don't go and make another video the next day. I don't know. And somebody who is famous on the internet or very popular, they was like, nah, you got to be annoying with this shit. You need to be dropping a video at least every other day.
You need to be college level
especially
annoying.
Once they start fucking following you now, because now they're following you because they saw that. So they want to see more. I'm just like, my creative brain doesn't even process like that.
Well, part of it, see, you do a lot of stages. But the more, when you're intentional about gathering the footage and all of that, it gets to the point where you're no longer saying, damn, I need to post something today. You're saying, shit, I ain't post this yet. Okay.
That clip fills that void. True. Yeah.
That makes sense to you?
I'm gonna get it together, Sammie.
No, I'm not preaching to you. We talking.
No,
we talking.
This is
we talking. You know what I'm saying?
This is a conversation I just had, so you're like person number 3.
Okay.
So it's like, all right, yeah.
Oh, then I feel even
know?
better because now this is reinforcement for something that you already been thinking about. So that's perfect. You're not in a bad position at that point.
Yep.
Because at the same time, it's like they say you don't need management until you have enough business that you can't handle yourself.
I'm there a little bit.
And you have people that are represent you. You just said you need a bigger team to do certain things, and that's gradual. We ain't splitting up this pie, but so fucking much.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Shit.
But when the pie gets
Not
to a
even
level,
a full pie.
when the pie gets to a
it's a
level
slice.
where I'm looking like, well, you know what? We could attack more pies now. Then we gotta get some more slices out.
Yeah.
So like you're not off at all. Like you good. The things that you've said in response to the things that I've asked you about your plans and your moves sound fucking wonderful.
Thank you.
They sound they make me feel optimistic.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
I'm trying to master the internet right now.
So
the internet can be a scary place because, like I said, I don't like me. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm a little Care Bear. I gotta shimmy when I say that. I'm a little Care Bear. I'm real sweet. You know what I mean? No, I'm really a sweet person. So when I read the mean shit, I be like, damn, are you okay? Like, I'm asking.
you be want to help?
Yeah, I'm like, you want to talk about something? Like, where is this coming from? You know, and so the internet could be a really scary place. So you got to have some tough, thick
skin. You got to do a mean tweet skit.
Going in there. Oh, I would love to do that.
Do a mean tweet skit.
Yes, I'm gonna start doing that.
Do one. I ain't gonna tell you how to do it. But
I don't know how to do it. I've seen it on like live television before.
There's a couple ways you could go about making sure that you have the right tweets. But you'll figure that part out.
I love that.
You'll figure that part out.
Making fun of it.
Because
I ignore it mostly.
The angle of wanting
But when it's that time of the month, I be reading shit.
But wanting to help them, is hilarious. Like,
I be
if they shoot at you and you like, damn, he probably under 5 inches. That's crazy. Like, I know somebody that can help you with, like, if you will take that approach to it, that's gold. Every response is a separate clip. You don't even need the whole thing. You see what I'm saying?
I love that idea, actually.
Yeah.
I be like, damn.
I thought it earlier when you was talking about you got because I've never been attacked like that.
Oh so, yeah, nah. They was coming from different countries. It was different. It was I ain't gonna hold you. It was mostly white guys, but it wasn't many. It was a couple black dudes that came in there like, nah, man, chill off, sis.
All right, I'm gonna help you
out.
Fuck
you fat whore.
I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out.
That shit was crazy. To the point where I was laughing though. I was laughing.
Your comments look just like the appointments of the motherfuckers that do the extensions.
Really?
If you ask them who's the majority of the motherfuckers that walk through their office, they gonna tell you what? One nationality and another nationality. And that's who was in your comments.
But I went on another podcast who has a large white male fan base and they adore me. Well, it was a couple, like a little bit later. I went there and they adored me.
This is why women can't.
But I also told them to love their dick.
But this is why women can't put us in boxes. I was like, you better
love your dick.
Because men listen to different men that they identify with. And you just proved that. Yeah. You can say the same thing on 2 different platforms, but the audience is on that man time.
Yeah.
We ain't all on the same time.
You hear that, Justin?
Oh, shit. We ain't all on the same time. You see what I'm saying?
You're a cook.
One thing I wanted to ask you earlier, but you was rolling. What does comedy give you that that makes it like, no, this my circle, my pie was almost there, and this fills in a large gap what was missing from my soul, my energy. What's that?
It gives me reassurance that I'm definitely here for a reason.
Dope. I like that.
It's one thing to be on stage telling jokes, but the aftermath, especially after you've done well, the aftermath of the different...
In Philly, you gotta wait for the aftermath.
Yeah,
they might ice grade you till you get off stage.
No, I mean, like when you especially when you do well, like it's certain people. I'm sharing my stories, which are obviously exaggerated because I'm being funny.
I'm glad you said that.
I'm sharing exaggerated versions of my story, my life, and my personality, and things that come in my head and things I've been through in life and all of that. And when you walk off that stage and you got multiple people coming up to you wanting to share their life, or tell you how you've helped them, or just like really just like thank you for this. My mom is also on drugs. Like when I do the jokes about my mom,
that's how
who's on
Kev
crack.
got him. That's how Kev.
You know
got
what I
him.
mean? Like
That was like, yo.
I also was the only black girl at a predominantly white college. You know, I had a roommate that was a white girl. We became friends. Like people are relating, and then white women are coming up to me, and they're like, "Oh my God, you see us." Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. White girls love me, y'all.
They never thought they could be your friend.
Right? They feel. Right.
I'll give you an example.
They feel like, yo, this girl's cool as shit. I'm getting that from different races. I have Asian, like,
I'll give you an example.
It's so many different races and
what
Asians. It's
when,
beautiful, man.
Tell you what happens when you're smart about how you present yourself, right? We were at a time, I related to music. We were at a time in hip hop where a lot of the rappers were gang members. You had to be a blood or something if you like Lil Wayne. Like, you know what I mean? Just as a kid thinking, like, how do you fit into their thing, right?
Right.
And then you had these two potheads named Wiz Khalifa and Currency. And you know what they told them white kids? If you smoke joints and wear Chucks, you're Teller Gang. If you smoke joints and wear Jordans, you're Jet Life. We all family. They made it simple. They made it relatable. They brought themselves to a level that people could buy into without like the same, like when I was a kid, Criss Cross came out. I was in Virginia with my cousins with my jeans on back, was jumping off of beds and shit. You know what I mean? We thought we was Criss Cross. You could do that shit in the house. You put a red rag on your head and walk somewhere outside of your comfort zone, and you can no longer be the Lil Wayne fan that you was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You isolate certain people. You bring people in.
Yep.
You bring people in. You bring them to your level. You make yourself relatable. They look at you and they see a beautiful woman. They see the breast possibly that they want. You know what I mean? But they still don't look at you as a mean girl.
Yeah. Because I'm not. I mean, I'm being myself up there.
Yeah. So
You know?
that's something that you should embrace. That's something that can be expanded upon in so many branding ways.
I think it's really cool. I love that the ladies love me, but it's almost like I'm a lady, so it's kind of like, yeah, better. But
Like,
I think
I'm with
it's really,
y'all.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. Men too, like men really fuck with me. Not just for looks or titties and none of that shit. They like fuck with the comedy.
Yeah, well,
or they
you know,
think I'm really like a funny girl. They're
We
like,
listen a little longer when we like your face.
I know some funny ugly girls.
I know some hilarious ugly girls.
Me too.
And you know what I tell people about?
I don't even like calling women ugly. I'll say facially challenged. Because you ever see somebody who's not that cute, but their soul is so bomb that they're beautiful?
No, that's the thing.
Yeah,
But
that's the thing. They still
I,
shining.
You know what I always told boys, I'm not going to say men, about ugly girls?
What?
They got more brothers and cousins than a motherfucking beautiful girl. Like, bro, leave her the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Like, you will not get out of school. Leave her alone. She's the homie. She done held shit.
Well, fat girls too. I got a football team behind me.
They done earned they keep.
Nobody has never said nothing too crazy to my face about my weight. It's either been on the internet or during the argument.
See, I don't see you as a fat girl. And you say you
Man,
at
tell
level 3.
that to at XJ973. I'm playing.
No,
but I mean, I'm a plus size woman.
At the end of the day, you are that. And
I'm happy.
I wouldn't let, like, I don't like, we never should lie to ourselves or each other. But at the same time, like, I like that.
I think I'm big and beautiful. That's
I like
it.
that
It's
you
just like,
I like that you understand that you are beautiful. That you do.
I'm just big.
You
at the
do.
same time.
You're doing the same thing. Dig this. Imagine like, all right, cool, comedy culture.
Yeah.
It's a date culture a lot of the times. A lot of people go with they significant other, right? A lot of these women don't know a lot of female comedians because they don't really care that much about comedy. They do it on a date night. They not on Netflix looking for the next special. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So you're doing for women what Monique did for you in a major way. Like you're giving them, oh, I ain't just gotta look at these dudes disrespect us or play us, and then these little cute girls tell us that, you know what I mean? They see that you're doing the same thing. So once again, I'm gonna give you a round of applause for that. Because I don't know if you realize that. Do you realize that you are Monique in your life to somebody else? To a lot of people.
That's
to a lot
what's
of
up,
people.
Man. I'm a.
And I mean it as like in the best way.
Because I'm still, Man, yo, I feel rich in spirit. Y'all know where I'm going with this, right?
Let's go.
I feel wealthy in spirit. But when I look at my bank account,
exactly.
I'm like, God, please tell me if I'm on the right path. Am I doing the right thing? Should I keep telling the jokes? It's like, nah, I'm never gonna give up. But like I said, I'm entering year 7. I have my struggles because I don't work full time like a regular job.
Which is,
I'm a stand-up comedian, and like I said, it's 70% of my income. In the summer is more like 50-50, but the other part of my income is I work part-time, but for a really great company. I work in HR. Yeah, I work in HR. I ain't gonna say the company name, but my boss, he like,
you cheating. You go to work and get more material. That's crazy.
Yo, that's the part that's popping because I work in HR and we're fully remote right now.
Oh shit! So it's
we
super
do the whole,
on charge,
and we're under 20 people team. So like it's giving, and we're like a startup company. So it's not like it's not like a like working for like a large corporation. You know, like we have beer kegs in the office. You know what I mean? Like
Gangster.
It's very progressive. My boss.
Y'all hiring?
My boss got Black Lives Matter signs.
I
in
will
his house
buy the keg my
and
first
shit.
day.
He's this progressive white dude. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, it's like if I gotta work anywhere, it has to be for a company like this. I have the flexibility. They all know what I've done. A few people have been to shows. So I have that flexibility right now, and it's not full time. So it doesn't take 3 days a week just to handle business for you in this small company. And the best part, I work in HR, so I process payroll. I help with our taxes. I balance our books and QuickBooks. I know how to run a small company.
I'm about to say,
I am learning.
You running a business.
Yes, I'm practicing running a business.
I heard you.
And it's just clicked in my mind recently. Like
what else is there? What else besides what you're doing for a business is there besides being the
really
one with the
fucking
master
amazing.
key to the building?
This white dude really took a chance on me because I ain't know shit about that job. However, I have a very impressive resume and the gift of gab. So I walked up in that bitch and kept making everybody laugh and shit and just...
You know
I
something?
said the right things. He realized a couple weeks later, like, you have no idea what you're doing. Absolutely not. He took his time to teach me.
You know what I pride myself on? If I can get to the interview, I get offered the job.
That's how I be feeling. I'm like, I'm gonna get the job.
I failed the drug
Get
test.
me in the room, nigga.
I failed the piss test one time, but they offered me the job. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's like you're doing a lot of things right. People are receiving you as you should be received. As far as the timing to when that 70% becomes 100%, which it might not, because if you have the opportunity to grow and learn somewhere, then you might still value your time that way.
I do. I value my time at the company. Like, I appreciate them.
Was meant for you. Was meant for you.
First job ever. That happening.
Was meant for you. Was meant for you. Your time is your time, and your time is right around the corner.
Yeah, man, it's real close.
Just be patient, stay sturdy, and keep making motherfuckers smile, man.
I'm like y'all, Birdman.
We need comedians and doctors. You know what I mean? We need motherfuckers that make us forget for 15 minutes, 20 minutes that we just went through 3 weeks of bullshit.
Yeah.
Since we laughed.
Yeah.
You know, people go to comedy shows and realize I ain't laughed this hard since. That's medical.
And the beauty in what you just said too, why, of course, you know, you got some people who want a big star, some people who just like to tell jokes.
Mm-hmm. But
either way, we need more than one comic.
Always.
Because we need more than one heavy hitter. We need more than one person killing it in a game. We need several kinds of comedians to represent several kinds of people. There's a comedian, I want to say maybe he might be Middle Eastern. Forgive me if that's not correct. But he's a doctor. Like, he has his medical degree and he's a stand-up comic. And in his comedy, he makes fun of, you know, some medical shit and doctor shit, and a lot of his fan base is what? Doctors and nurses and all that stuff. It's just like, yeah, they need to laugh too. Like, it's just cool.
What's my man name from The Hangover, the little Asian guy? He was a dentist.
Yeah, like, I love to go in there and talk about people's mouths on stage.
He was a dentist.
If I was a dentist, man, a cavity that walked in this bitch today.
Imagine.
That's probably against HIPAA and all that
hold
shit.
on. But you know how he
Thank God I'm not a doctor, bitch.
You know how you know he was confident and that he was talented? Because imagine being an immigrant that's already a medical professional and is telling your family, I'm about to tell jokes.
Oh, yeah. Any Asian?
Are you crazy? That's not even a real thing. But salute to all the comedians. You know what I mean? Thank you for your service. But tell the people how they can tap in with you, keep up with you. Enjoy Tata Sherise.
Oh, man. If you want to keep up with me, you can find me all over the interwebs at Tata Sherise. That is Tata Sherise. Sherise. It's Tata Sherise. Sherise is spelled like she rise. TataSherise.com. Tata Sherise on Instagram. Tata Sherise on Facebook, Twitter, Threads. Tata Sherise 91 on TikTok. I'm starting to grow my TikTok now. I ain't got no people over there, so bring y'all asses over there. My Instagram is kind of popping, but you know, bring y'all asses everywhere, man. Come holler at your girl.
Well said. I'll drink to that. We will applaud that. Thank you for your time.
I got the coaster in there.
Yeah, that's Sippin' with Sammie coaster.
You,
I had a fucking blast.
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. You ahead of the game with your shit. He got coasters, man. You probably got water.
Sam
he got IPAs,
beer,
glasses,
shot glasses,
beer cups.
glasses. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we working out here, man. We trying to keep
you got your
it
own weed
decent.
strain yet?
Not yet, but I actually have a sponsor.
I already knew you was talking about it.
It's kind of on the sign already. But
okay.
yeah, we've been working. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. And if you ain't fucking with Tata Sherise, you wasting your time, man. Please enjoy this young lady. She brings light everywhere she goes. And I know that from a couple personal interactions and just watching how she moves and how people respond to her. And I've been in some of the rooms when people talk about you when you're not around.
Yeah, I always want to hear that part. I don't be hearing that part.
I haven't heard anything crazy.
Oh, nice.
So salute to you. No, they big you up. So once again, man, thank you for your time, man. That's what we doing, man.
Yo, that's
This
great
is
to hear.
Sippin' with Sammie. I am Mr. Fly Shit, only the one and only Sippin' with
Sometimes I
Sammie.
be
Sam
your
Malone,
worst
Barstool,
enemy.
Rook. If you ain't
Taking
sippin' with
on
Sammie,
yours.
you ain't
Not
sippin'
that.
right. Please get
I
your
mean,
fucking life
the ones
together.
that are ain't your problem.
Yeah.
They usually like miserable motherfuckers. The only ones that got time to worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm busy.
Feel my energy, I see the opportunity to grab a bed in me. Okay, God, I see this my prophecy. I walk the yellow road, painted red, feel my soul. Mama always told me, look forward, proceed. Keep your head on grow these seeds. You make it better through any weather you stand up. Don't let them judge you. Keep chin up, you keep your schedule, you keep the motion. Stay devoted, you got the potion. The magic is in you, don't let them tip you. No, work until you improve, cause what you do, they do. I see my son move the way I move and even curse too, huh? Really ain't funny, at least he touching money, yeah. Moving in silence, I really want it, yeah.
Keep the motion, 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 keep the motion.
Path shifted, name lifted, almost missed it. Too busy moving and grooving, almost missed my mentions. Used to skip the tension, rather be suspended. Time is money, money is time. I move between attention. Ain't one for red carpets, operate black market. Meditate on weight of my next plate to keep me sharper. Mama knows when my spirit's low. I get the cause and lie, cause my stress is mine. Her smiles keep me off it, cause I be tweaking often. So keep them niggas off me. Eyes low, dreadlocks blow, so bro, keep it walking. As I keep it moving, plugging, winning, excelling. Don't worry about what I'm in hell and I've been propelling.
Keep the motion, keep the motion, keep the motion, keep the motion, keep the motion.